Hey, how's it going, guys? Johnny Jadoki here. Today, I'm going to be making a video on how I made my most recent mashup, Maybe I'm Afraid and Trees by Lonely the Band and 21 Pilots. So, I have Ableton Live 10 opened up. I put the audio, I imported the audio. Where is it? I just clicked and dragged the audio from my my file explorer into a track, an audio track. I don't know all the features of Ableton, so I might be doing this a little bit wrong or a little, not as efficient, but whatever works, So I go to switch from here to here, and so we see the track, right? So I'm going to explain how I made this. So from what I understand, the tempos of these two tracks are very similar. I made them the same, but I mean, I looked up. So there's a thing called the Camelot wheel, which a lot of DJs use to transition songs from one to another smoothly. So Lonely Trees and Maybe I'm Afraid is in the same key and a similar tempo, but I had trouble like figuring out exactly what it is, the tempo. So there's a function called where is it? There's a function where you can edit the time. Let me see. No, that's not it. Okay. But there's a function where you can see the time and tempo of a track, and then you can edit it accordingly. So Lonely the Band, it goes at its normal tempo, and then Trees goes a little bit faster, much faster. So it sounds sort of like this at this point. So we're here. So you can tell it's a lot faster. Boom, 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 boom. Right? So, I turn the music again. Hold on. And so, basically, I arranged this. I adjusted the volume on the on these tracks to make sure the mix sounded really, really good. So in the beginning, we have the introduction to Trees and some of the chords in Maybe I'm Afraid. And so Trees introduction is at 0 decibels. It's just standard mix. And then I put it down a little bit, down to -18 decibels. Decibels just refers to how loud something is. And I was able to do that by just right-clicking. Hold on. Right-clicking and then setting a automation track. So let me show you. Okay, so I just right-click. This is here. Volume. This is the volume mixer. Show automation, and I just adjusted it accordingly. So the reason why the mix sounds pretty good is because I adjusted the volume in different sections. So right here, so whenever this part is, let's just listen. So you can hear that increase in the music of Maybe I'm Afraid, and so it transitions into the melody of Maybe I'm Afraid, and then it transitions back into the Trees chorus, and then it goes back. So I edited a bunch right here. So here, so this is 0 decibels. This is about 2 decibels, -2 decibels. This was -18, my bad. I repeated the chords to transition into the climax of the song. So this is what I'm most proud of. So right here, let's just take a listen. and then it crescendos just perfectly. There we go. Ah, that makes me so happy. So, whenever we're syncing the beat of each track, let me find a good place. So right here, right? So there's this thing in sound design called, waveforms. It's also used in science and physics and stuff. And so you can see, if I mute this, if I just solo this track. So you're hearing the downbeat. Okay, so we're hearing the downbeat. And so what we can do, it's not perfect, but I think it works. So this is the downbeat. 1, 1, 2, 3. So this is the beat, and this is halfway in between. So you can see where the envelope, there's the articulation, which is the start of a sound waveform. There's the the hold, sustain, decay, and release. So we see the release here, and so it decays, and but it sustains a little bit, and then the sustain here is a little bit longer, but there's still a decay. So if we divide it into quadrants, right, into sections, you can see that it's pretty accurate because these are on the upbeats. So let's hear it again. So this is 1, 2.5, 3, 4, and then 1. So if you want to figure out how to match beats or waveforms with each other, do some little analysis of the waveforms, right? And see where they start. So some sounds start slow, and then they increase in volume, in amplitude. And then some beats are some sounds start quickly, like this, this kick drum. But the timbre, the color, the tone of the sound can affect the waveform. So the waveform for the kick in trees, it's not even a kick. It's just like an electronic snare sound. It's very tight. There's not a lot of low end or middle end. It's mainly high end. So that's why the frequency is very, very thin, even with a strong articulation. And then with this one, maybe I'm afraid. So there's stuff in the background going on. So that's why you have these waveforms here. But it's pretty consistent. And then you have the kick, which is mainly a little bit of high, because the first hit needs to have some high so for you to notice. It's not a bass drop, right? So you have that first attack. It's more on the, it has a bigger, bolder sound. It's more much more in the low, middle end, and low end. So you can see how that works. So I'm very excited that I was able to make this. I put some of my artwork on the video. So the artwork I made was called No More Pain. It was sort of describing how I felt after I left the hospital. I was in there for 10 days and it sucked, but I got my meds right. I'm doing a procedure called ECT either this week or next week. I'm trying to figure out the transportation. But yeah, I'm super excited. It's going to be really, really awesome. And I'm pumped. I'm super, super pumped. And so I made this track just because test my chops in music making. I've made tracks before. I think they're really, really good. But I think this was definitely like something I really wanted to do. What I want to do next is a combination of Ghosts and Stuff by Deadmau5 and Phantoms Can Hang by Deadmau5, mashup of that. So I'll be making that pretty soon, probably in the next week or so. But this took about like 3 hours to make, and then I edited the video for about 30 minutes and then rendered for an hour. So I'm super excited with how this went. I'm really happy with how this turned out. I'm glad that for everyone, I'm grateful for everyone who watched my this video, this music video I made, uh, and I'm grateful that I have an awesome community. So thank you for watching. If you want to see more of this stuff, let me know. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Click the notification bell when you subscribe to get all future updates on my videos. And I'll see y'all later. Love y'all. Bye.